What's up, everybody? This is Rebel, and I want to talk about the out of Africa theory, which is fake, and we all know this now. Um, we did not we did not get here on a slave ship. We was here before Columbus. We was here before Jesus. We was here before the Native Americans in America. And one thing we have to understand, um, that's just like the largest pyramid is in North America. The the oldest bone structure is in America, in North America. The oldest blood is in America. And do you know in 2013 in South Carolina, the man that they got the oldest blood from, you do know it did not trace back to Africa. That's one thing that needs to be pointed out. And what they try to do is they have tried to take our history, and they have tried their best to get us off this land, and they have not been successful. They have not been successful at all, but they have tried their best to get us off this land. What I want to talk about today, I want to talk about the Olmecs. And the reason why I want to talk about the Olmecs, because the Olmecs, they was from Mexico, and they was melanated people. But they tried to tell us that the Olmecs was Mexican, and they were of Negroid descent. And I want to read a book. I got this book from an estate sale. And as you see the Olmec head on this book. I want to read. This book was by Douglas Kenyon, and I got this book from an estate sale. You go to an estate sale, and you can find some neat stuff, some stuff that in your study, in your journey, it can help you out. If you see an estate sale and you see a lot of books, go to it, because you ain't no telling what you may find. But anyway, if you look right here, you see the Olmec head. Okay, the Olmecs, they was found in La Venta. They was found in Tres Zapotes, and they was found in San Lorenzo. This is where they was found at. San Lorenzo, they found 10 heads in San Lorenzo. They found in La Venta, they found 4 heads. In Tres Zapotes, they found 2 heads. It was a total of 17 heads they found. But I want to read what the author said about the Olmec civilization. And what it said is, this book came out in 2005. And what it said is, the Olmec civilization surprised me the most. I had read about the Mayas, and I knew of the Aztecs, but I was unprepared for what I found. Large stone heads with Negroid features in stone stelas carved with depictions of curious ambassadors. The figures clearly were not from any Mexican culture. See, let me tell you something. Right now, this day and age, they're going to try to, because so many of us have awakened, and it have shocked them that the way we have woke up, because the way we are conscious is to the point stuff is just coming to us. See, they did not do a good job in hiding our history. They didn't do a good job at all. This is why right now they're having a hard time, to the point they're not saying anything. Everybody is quiet now because they don't know how to take us, because it's like, we're not afraid to speak. We're not afraid of them. We're not afraid to speak, and we're going to keep speaking. See, when when people turn around and they sit up and say, "Oh, you ain't afraid to speak." Listen here, they're killing you anyway. They're giving you an injection that you know nothing about. So they're killing you anyway. So it don't matter if you're quiet or you're speaking. If they want you, they're going to get you anyway. And a lot of people don't understand, if your vibration is high, they can't even come near you. See, that's what a lot of people don't understand. But let's talk about the Olmecs. The Olmecs, they were a people. The name Olmec, it came from the scholars, because they don't even know these people names. These melanin, these Negroid people, the first people in America was Olmecs. They don't even know their name. Scholars gave them the name Olmec, and Olmec come from Olmen, Olmen, and all it means is rubber head, rubber people. That's all what it means. And the heads they found the heads in 1828. And they thought the Olmecs and the Maya and the Aztecs was all in the same group. The Maya and the Aztecs came after the Olmecs. And a lot of things what the Maya culture and the Aztec culture did, it came from the Olmecs. And then they tried to say that the Olmecs was a part of the Ethiopians. But if you go to Ethiopia, how you know they're different, the Ethiopian got a monument of an Olmec head. This is how powerful these Olmecs was. They got a monument of the Olmec head in remembrance of them helping them out, or helping the Ethiopians out when they was at war with the Italians. You know, so this is something that's not discussed. The Olmecs, when they was found in 1828, when they were found, they did not know much about them, so they studied them. The Olmecs came out with the calendar. They was good at astrology. They was good at art, and they loved to carve stones. All of the heads was made in basalt, and basalt is a stone. Do you know what they would do with these heads? They would take heads, and they would rearrange these heads like furniture. And the heads represented the ambassadors that was in control at that time. But what they would do is they would rearrange these heads like furniture. And these heads was as heavy as 2 tons. And the largest one was 25 tons. The Olmecs, they grew corn. They most valuable asset when it came to food was corn, and it was called maize. And what they would do, they loved jade. So what they would do is they would trade with West Africa. And what they would do is they would take these, they would trade for corn. Corn was real valuable back in the day. And the Olmecs called it maize, but what we call it today is corn. And they would trade with people that way. They would trade with Africans that way. Do you know, when they was pulling up these mummies in Ethiopia, not in Ethiopia, when they was pulling up these mummies in Africa, do you know the Indians, even in America, we was trading with these Africans, and we were trading. How I know that is because when they pulled them up and they began to do like research on them, they found cocaine in their system, which don't come from Africa. And they found American tobacco in these mummies. See, so when they tell you don't have a civilization and your civilization came on the bottom of a slave ship, they're lying to you. You're very important people. You're very important, but they're not going to tell you that. And see, they tried to group the Olmecs with the Mayas and the Aztecs. And let me show you a picture of the Aztecs when they try to tell you Mesoamerica was full of these light-skinned Mexicans. That's not true. And I just want to pull it up because I want to show you something. See, so you know that you're great. See, what I like to do, see, those are dark people. This is in Mexico. This is what they found. Let me pull up another one. See, what I like to do, I like to show melanated people that you are important. You're not trash like they told you. These was the Aztecs and the Mayas. Who they were. And they were people of war. They was hunters. The Aztecs, they built their whole land on a lake. Their whole land was built on a lake. So when they sit up and they show you this crappy ass technology, we have the ultimate technology. See, technology been out, but they give you crappy technology and make you think that you on top of the fucking world with this technology. If we didn't have technology, you could not know that that America was in the shape of a turtle. That's why it's called Turtle Island. You would have not known that. So technology been out. This is why the computer was invented by who? A melanated man. Your mind is a computer. But see, they try to get us not to use our mind. They try to get us they try to get us to believe that we have no history. We have absolutely no history, and we have all the history. Like I say, when it comes to North America, the man with the oldest blood in South Carolina. In 2013, when they found this man with the oldest blood, his blood did not trace back to Africa. The largest pyramids is right here in North America. The largest pyramids is right here. See, the oldest bone structure is right here in North America. And then what they tried to do is because they tried to, these people, they was like curious. They was curious. But these people was people of war. These people, they love ball games. This is why we are the best at ball games. See, this is you. This is your people. That's why we're good at ball games. You know, it was a guy, his name was Matthew Sterling. He found a stillo, and a stillo is a platelet, and it had a date on it. It had September 3rd, 32 AD. No, BC. They tried to make it seem as though this man, he was lying because he said that the Olmecs came before anybody, any other tribe. The Olmecs was the oldest, and they tried to make it seem as though he was not telling the truth, and he was telling the truth. And the Olmecs is the oldest, and they of Negroid descent. Know who you are. Know that you're not trash like they try to tell you. You're not trash, but you're very important people. You're very important people, and it's up to you to raise your self-esteem so you know who you are. The Olmecs, they fought in wars. They helped people out. They was untouchable. That was the first civilization. They was into astrology, technology. They built the first calendar. And this A, B, C, D, and all this stuff you see, that's not how our words was written. And even the language, their language, they can't even cipher their language. They can't even cipher it. We have to understand that we're in a silent war. We have to understand that. And a lot of us do not want to grasp that, because that means that we have to do something about it. And a lot of times we don't want to do anything about it. We are highly powerful people. And see, let me tell you what they do. See, like the Olmecs and how powerful the Olmecs is. They're trying to take that history from you, just like they tried to take your history in America from you. This is what they do. They look at us now. And we able to go to work. We're still in slavery, but a lot of us don't realize that. So we able to go to work and pay bills, but we pay bills and we pay the money back to them. So we're still in slavery. They may give you enough to buy you a little outfit to go to a party, or buy a little bit of food to put in your house to feed your kids. They may still give you enough, but you don't have serious money like that. What they do is they take the history that they have given you and told you was nothing but a slave, and that's your only history. They take that history and they look at you now and tell you to look at yourself now. And you look at that history and you think you're not into slavery because you believe that history. But your history is rich. The reason why anybody that suppress your energy, your history, or if they suppress your history, or it's a deception to your history, that means that they're trying to control you. That's the reason why they do it. Now, these Olmecs are the first in America, but they very seldom talk about them because they have to make you feel as though you're still a slave. And even though they know the truth, they're not going to tell you. That's just like the consciousness see, it was a fake one about 10 years ago. It was a fake one. And everybody was waking up. That was just the beginning of it. Now we woke. We ain't sitting up here telling you to send us $10 or go join this. We telling you what the hell we need to tell you. And we done with it. See, they knew around this time that we was going to wake back up. They knew it. This is why they had to come out with a fake pandemic to get you scared. To get you scared to put you back into that fear, because they have always got us to the point that they lived off of our fear to stay in control. They can't do that anymore because we're not afraid anymore. And this is how they lived their life. They knew we was going to wake up. They knew that this was going to happen. They knew it. They know you better than you know yourself. So this is why in 2008, Obama came out of no motherfucking where. Don't you know his name ain't even Barack Obama? He changed his name to Barack Obama. See, everything they tell you is going to be a lie somewhere that you're going to be able to trace it and say, that's not even true. If you read the biography on him, his mother, and you read you read how he came into this world, they claim that this African was with this white woman. They claim that Barack Obama was a junior or whatever. Okay, so why would you have to change your name if you was already a junior? You wouldn't have had to do that. You see no baby pictures of him and this man holding this baby. We don't know where this man came from. But because he acted like us, we thought that he was one of us. This man went to prestigious school in Hawaii where he was from. He went to the best of schools. And see the videos that was out there where his friends was coming out talking this, I can't find the videos no more. His name was Barry, but his name was not Barack Obama. But he had to play the role. He had to play this role because they thought that was going to be enough to suffice us. That we was like, fuck, okay, that's all good. It wasn't enough. He did just what he was supposed to do. Nothing. It was just a look because they so used to us going on just because a melanated person is in office. They so used to us going along with it and saying, okay, long as they melanated, don't know that they are against you. And it's Freemasonry. It's boule. See, it was a time when we didn't know about this shit. Now we know about it. So you can no longer fool us with your celebrities, with your melanated celebrities, because that's how they come at us. The NAACP, that was founded by some white people. And they threw in Fitzgerald and W.B. Du Bois. They just threw them up in there to make you feel as though, that was a part of you. The shit that's in front of us, they gave us that. Just like they gave us Obama. Because they're not going to allow anybody in that space that's going to go come against them. See, the Olmec, you have to learn your history. The Olmecs, the Mayas, and the Aztecs, that is a part of your history. Those are melanated people. Look at these people. They melanated just like you. They melanated just like you. Look at that. That was found in Mexico. Look at my complexion and look at their complexion. See? But see, they want you to believe that you're nothing but an African and you was on the bottom of a ship. The reason why they tell you that, because they fear, look at my complexion and look at their complexion. Because you know what? They fear who the hell you are. Look at this shit. Look at that. Look at my complexion and look at their complexion. See? But they try their best to tell you that you're nothing. Look at that. Look at these dark men. Look at that. See? But they try to tell you that you're nothing. Raise your vibration. Because your vibration is what's saving you. Let me tell you something. When your vibration is high, they can't touch you, and they know that. This is why they have to put distractions in your way. See, it was a time where celebrities was our heroes because we didn't know the Olmecs. We didn't know that we was the oldest in America. We didn't know about the oldest blood in 2013. We didn't know that was going to come about in South Carolina. They was going to find a man with the oldest blood that didn't even trace it. It couldn't even be traced back to Africa. See, this is stuff we did not know. Don't stop letting these people lie to you. You got a very rich and powerful history. But you have to study the history. You have to show yourself approved. And let me tell you something. Don't play with it. You have a lot of people out here and they want to play with this history. They want to be in it as long as it's fun. They want to be in it as long. See, this is not about debate. This is not about debate at all. Either you're going to take the history and you're going to study it, or that's it. No, we don't have time to debate. But some people think you have time to debate. No, I don't have time to debate. I'm going to tell you what I need to tell you. Study the Olmecs, study the Mayas, study the Aztecs. Those are your people in Mexico. The Gulf of Mexico. Those are your people. Okay? They was a very powerful people, and that's where the civilization in America came from. Don't let them lie to you. Stop it. You know, this is why our children, they have low self-esteem. They have low self-esteem because we don't want to tell them the truth. We would rather let somebody raise our children that don't give a damn about our children. Instead of us stepping up to the plate, letting them know the truth. We don't want to let them know the truth. Let me leave you with a story. And this story happened in Forsyth County, Georgia in 1912. It was a white young girl. Her name was May Crow. They claimed that 3 melanated young men raped her. Now, Forsyth County, Georgia is the richest county in Georgia. And what happened was, these people, because May Crow was raped and murdered, and probably by her own kind, they went on ahead and they started killing up everybody in Forsyth, Georgia, Forsyth County, Georgia. This started in 1912. In 1920, it was no more melanated people in that county. They built a large lake. This is why our elders, our deceased elders, is beginning to we are them. It's a lake in Forsyth County, Georgia. They wanted to build a lake. This is a large lake, and one day I'm going to go see it. So up under this lake is the homes of these of our ancestors, our elders. It's home. Their homes are still up under that lake. They didn't even bother to even clean it out. They just built a lake with their homes, grave sites, everything is still right there up under that lake. This, when you look at the Trail of Tears, this book right here, when you look at this book right here, this book is a lie. This book can't even scratch the surface of what your people been through. Just like we're not safe now, we wasn't safe back then. Listen to what this man say. This book, Forbidden History. Listen to what this man say. This is talking about the Olmecs. Listen to what this man say. The Olmec civilization surprised me the most. I had read about the Mayas and I knew of the Aztecs, but I was unprepared for what I found. Large stone heads with Negroid features in stone stela carved with depiction of curious ambassadors. The figures clearly were not from any Mexican culture. Now, this author, his name is Douglas Kenyon. I bought this book from an estate sale. And this book came out in 2005. We are very important people, but they try to make it seem, in order to keep you in low vibration, they have to make you think that you close to a fucking animal. But when your vibration is high, they can't even come close to you. Know who you are. Because the Olmecs, the calendars, the chocolate, the corn, all of this stuff, they invented all of that. You all have a nice day.